Hi, I'm Georgia Lee King, and I play Crystal in the movie Flytrapper, and I also co-wrote the film.
Ducked off low-key, yeah, you know me. Hey. Kickin' with Tyree, hit it 3 like Kyrie.
So you co-wrote Flytrapper. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's start with there. Like, what was the spark for that? What was, like, the first imagery that came to your mind?
Okay, so this journey is funny. So the director and co-writer and producer, Drew Brittain, I had met at Milwaukee Film Fest a couple of years ago. And he came to me with this idea of this, kind of the bones of the script, of, like, kind of what would happen throughout the structure, and then presented me with the character of Crystal and sort of described her. And at the time, she wasn't completely, fleshed out of who she would be, but he wanted me to sort of fill the character and help out with the dialogue and stuff. And so I think the image of Crystal that he presented me with was like, oh yes, I feel like I could attack her.
So, without giving too much away, who is Crystal at her core?
Who is Crystal at her core? Okay, Crystal's a wild time. She's a wild ride. She's unpredictable. She loves hobbies. She's a musician. She's an athlete. She also gets into some sort of nefarious, aggressive, violent activities, and likes to loop those close to her into her activities.
Okay, so she's a very influential bad
She's a bad influence, but she's like, this is how I describe Crystal. I think she's like the worst person you've ever met, but at the same time you're like, maybe I'd get a drink with her, like,
Like, I like that.
See how she ticks.
Yeah, she's a good time, but she might fuck up your life.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's how I would explain Crystal.
I know some people like that.
Yeah, I think everybody does. Everybody's got that friend that's like, what are they gonna do?
So for you as a creative, you're a writer, actor.
Primarily an actor, but writer too. Yeah, I guess I co-wrote. So
you can say it is stamped now as a writer. So, as an actor, what got you into acting? What was like?
I think I feel more comfortable being everybody else but myself. I think in some ways, I love like diving into a character and letting them like run the show. And I think with this film, particularly like playing Crystal, a lot of the dialogue was improv. Like he had kind of the structure there, but the improvisation was like the most fun because we would roll the camera and just be like, all right, go Crystal, go. And then I would just sort of, play the beats of the scene. But it was a really cool way to like almost right in the moment, and just to some respect, like a lot of the dialogue was very naturally captured. There was some that was sort of planned out and written in, but a lot of it was improv, which was super fun. Coming from a theater background too, so.
Yeah, and did that allow you to, kind of feel out the character a lot more and become and let it speak through you a little bit more?
It definitely allowed me to feel her out. The other thing is she would like spook me sometimes. I'd be like, what's she going to do here? And then I'd be like, all right, that's what she's doing today. So it was kind of a cool way to experience her like in that kind of experimental way and be like, oh, wait, what's she going to do today on set? And it was fun. It kept it like exciting for sure.
I love that. So, if you had one sentence to describe Flytrapper,
one sentence. Well, we're calling it a sun-soaked slasher. I think that'd be a good sentence. It's a funny film because it kind of crosses genres. It's like comedy horror. So I think at times you're like, what? Where am I in the universe? It's its own universe, I feel. But I think sun-soaked slasher is a good way.
I like that.
Yeah.
As a Milwaukee creative, we find ourselves kind of wearing many hats at times, trying to get projects done. When you hear the words like Cream City Grind or Cream City, what do those words mean to you?
Well, I think, coming here I'm not from here. I came from the East Coast, and I had been here one time before. And I think the thing that struck me was like the intense, like when I hear Cream City, I feel like I feel the community of Milwaukee, and I feel like how strong the art scene is here and how supportive it is. Because I can't, in some other places, I don't know if that's as true. Not that it's not supportive, but I think there's so many people doing their thing. But I feel like here, because it's a little bit smaller community, we can really like support each other
Yeah, and it feels a little more personal.
A little personal, yeah. For sure.
Like, you don't know that person, but you know of that person. And
you Small Milwaukee. Isn't that what they call it? Small Milwaukee.
You might have seen their art once. I always, when I tell people, like, oh, yeah, I'm from Milwaukee, but they know I do, like, creative stuff, they're like, oh, do you know this person? I was like, don't know.
But you've heard.
I think I've seen their stuff before, you know? Like, and I try to stay, like, tapped in that way, just because it also influenced you to do more, you know, like, in maybe whether that's acting or writing or drawing or whatever your practice is, you know, staying in touch with your creative community will help you stay creative, you know, and push you to do more, go out of your boundaries and stuff like that. So,
and I also feel like this was like a Midwest film, like it was filmed in Wisconsin, and I think, you know, that's definitely an important part about it. Like, everybody that collaborated on it has kind of touched Wisconsin in some way, so that's kind of cool. So
when you're getting, you know, he's trying to get you on this project, what was something that, you know, pulled you in? What was the first thing that pulled you in about the
I definitely think the visual, he had a very specific visual of Crystal, that she was sweaty. She was super sweaty, and like I could just see it, and he explained like her teeth and the way she held her mouth open. And I'm a very physical actor. I come from like an experimental theater background, and I think that the visual of her physically, I was like, oh, this is definitely a way in. A way in. And she was into hobbies that, you know, I before this had never been into, but she definitely goes full in on her hobbies. Her activities. So I was like, cool, I can relate to that.
It was the sweat that pulled you in.
It was the sweat. She was sweaty. I was like, cool, let's be sweaty. And he had a whole thing about, you know, how we were going to look and how the skin would look, you know, glistening with the sweat. And I could just really feel, we watched a lot of movies leading up to it that were sort of sweaty movies, movies that took place in the summer. And so I could just feel the atmosphere of it.
Going forward as an artist, as a creative, where do you see yourself post Flytrapper?
Oh man, I think in some ways getting to co-write Flytrapper has given me the confidence to continue writing things. Not that I didn't write before Flytrapper, but I think I was maybe a little bit more like shy in sharing my writing, and I think this project has made me feel a little bit more like, ooh, maybe I should like film or do that play that I wrote, and put myself out there that way. The writing part of me.
I feel like just from your energy, in a way, I could see you doing like a one-woman
show?
Yeah, a one-woman show.
It's funny, I do have like a one-woman show written. Okay, it's not really a one-woman show. There's like other people. It's me, but there's other people. But it's, you know, kind of a one-woman show, whatever. And it's funny because I had like found the script recently, and I had pulled it out, and I was like, "Ooh!" I was like, "I wrote this so long ago. Maybe I should do this." You know, like
I feel it. I
like that. Thank
you. You do so many things in this film. What was your favorite thing that you got to do?
Holy cow! I did a lot of things. I mean, the music was definitely a key part because like I said, I'm not an intense musician really, but he had contacted me and said, you know, how do you feel about doing drill rap music? And I was like, oh, like, okay, let's do it. Like, let's go tomorrow. But I think the activity part of it, the jet skiing, was probably because I had never actually sat on a jet ski prior to this movie, and so learning the jet ski was fun. Was a fun time.
Okay. I have not seen the film just yet.
Like hearing snippets.
I'm just hearing snippets of this film, and I'm like, what is?
It's a wild. You know, honestly, it's a wild ride. With this film? It's a wild ride.
Oh man. I'm excited to see it. That's all I have for you today. So I'm excited to see Flytrapper, and I appreciate you kicking it with me.
Yeah, kicking it with Tyree.
Yeah.
Ducked off low key, yeah, you know me. Kick it with Tyree, hit it 3 like Kyrie.